It's now been today is day 17 on the road, and I bought this RV on election day, and we will be in basically right outside of New Orleans for the inauguration. But I'm trying to see if it will pick up the audio of the roosters. There are so many roosters. It's kind of awesome. There's so many different calls. And there's one that actually is saying cock-a-doodle-doo. It doesn't sound like a normal rooster at all. Things I have realized. I had forgotten how much I hate sand in my bed. I'm in Florida, and there's sand everywhere. This is why I needed a vacuum. I knew it. I don't have a vacuum, so we have a broom, and we're going to have to strip the bed and just shake it all out. Yesterday I had to run into town to get an adapter because it was raining, and I had just bought that generator, and I ran it, and it wasn't doing anything. I started to panic. Oh, duh. It has to have the adapter. And use the right port. And then, yes, everything was recharged very, very quickly. I decided that I wanted to be gluttonous and use my dishwasher, so I left it running for a little while. But yeah, Snorer over here is... oh, goodness. Maestro. Goodness. He's got me pretty well pinned, which means it's basically time to get up, because this is what he does. He jumps on you while you're under the covers and then puts his full weight. It's a very mastiff thing to do, is put his full weight on you so that you cannot move. And then he expects you to get up. Okay. Stop recording. Okay, I'm in New Orleans, and this has to be the cutest freaking laundromat I've ever seen. We got date night. We got... yeah! It's fantastic. It's adorable. It's crazy cute. Like, yeah, this is the cutest laundromat I've ever seen. There's even a note on my machine.
Tomorrow we'll be closing at 5. No problem.
Found a new show to watch. Looked out the window. It's snowing even harder. I'm not sure if it's the greatest idea for a single woman on the road to be binge watching Big Sky, but you know, Shelby, you might like it too. So today's tale. Okay, so we are basically stuck inside the RV, and as you can hear, the dog is bored. Hello, sir. One of the dogs is bored anyway. The other one is sound asleep in the sun. But anyway, so for today's edition of WTF, and would you quit? Quit it. The grown-ups are talking. It's very cute. That's not cute. Stop. Yeah. Ah, no. Oh, big lump. Hey, get no, back up. Back up right there. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. He's found a way just to hold on to me. This right here. You are pretty cute. Oh. That's how one knows how to behave herself. Bask in the sun. And then there's this one. Black. Chompa, chompa, chompa. Everybody's bored. So let's see. She takes offense. It's okay. He's coming for me, not you. Oh, it's okay. Oh, good God. Ugh. Remember how I talked about how he likes to put his full weight on you? This is what I'm talking about. Oh, good Lord, man. You weigh a ton. You do. Really? Make sure I stay put. Ugh. So back to our story. Story of the day. I have now taken the dogs for a walk, out and played in the snow, and um, now they are finally taking a nap, which is great. So today's story is the story of unprecedented snow in New Orleans, and I'm on the other side of the lake, Lake Pontchartrain, and so we got serious snow here as well. Well, today's story is the shenanigans that go on with the front door. So when I first changed the RV lock, because the locks that come on RVs are basically keyed to 5 different keys. So you need to change them if you want any kind of security at all, because odds are good 1 in 5 that they've got your key. So changed that, and that was back when I lived in Jeremy's yard for a little while, and I immediately locked us in. Don't know how. And evidently, when I programmed the pin code for the pin pad, I did it wrong. So I have no idea what the code is. I have to get in there and reset it, which I'll get around to. Second time, uh, well, finished the first time, it was the deadbolt was stuck
and I called Jeremy to come out into the yard with a screwdriver to see if we could pry it open. It was never going to work. I did finally figure out the deadbolt. Anyway, the next thing that happened with this door was um, when we moved to Brian's driveway, and I thought it was because we were not perfectly level, and the door would start to stick. Like it was really cold out, but the door was sticking. Eventually, you could close it. It just whacks the frame every time. Anyway, it's not actually the frame, it's the like the catch lip on top to keep the rain out. Um anyway, so that resolved as soon as I got level, so I figured it was fine. Then the next shenanigan that happened with the door was the dog stole my keys off this dinette while I was transferring weight out of the trailer and taking it back to storage. Hey, it looks like I did my hair. I didn't do my hair. This is not done hair. Anyway, um, the uh, the dog stole the keys with the pepper spray and the remote off the table, and while I was unloading, he managed to lock themselves in. Now, the extra keys were on that at that point. I was just thinking that morning that I needed to move the keys, and well, Maestro brought it on home for me. So called a locksmith. Well, first I went to storage, unloaded. Then I went to Jeremy's, woke him up because, of course, my wallet and phone were inside the RV. So I went to Jeremy's, woke him up, called a locksmith, came back, and while I was waiting for the locksmith out front, the dogs knew I was there and started playing and galloping around. And well, I decided to check the door, and sure as hell, he had stepped on the remote and unlocked the door again. Still had to pay the locksmith, but problem solved. Anyway, so the shenanigans today and or tonight and last night were it got so cold, everybody was slamming the doors. Nobody could get their doors to stay shut. And I could not get the door to close. It has to be because it's so cold that the metal's expanded a little bit. But anyway, so I went out to the pass through and grabbed the can of grease, sprayed grease on the door, and then tried again. Still won't close. So now now the RV lock that I installed doesn't have a whole lot to hold on to, but it's in there, but it's got a plastic handle on it. So the plastic handle is now being hooked by ratchet ties that are tied to Maestro's big wrought iron crate inside the RV in order to keep the door closed. The thermal curtain hanging over the door kept most of the cold out, so it wasn't so terrible bad. But it's definitely not what I'd say is a secure situation. So I think I have to go back through and just bite the bullet and take that lip off because I'd rather have water get in um, and get sucked up by the towel that's there for the dogs anyway than not be able to close and lock my front door. Yeah. So there's that. Today's shenanigans.